guys, Coach Julius here, the mindset doctor, the strategy doctor. I help people to help themselves. I'm the guy that you need to help you set up the vision, the structure, the strategy, and get you out of your slump, your adversity. And today I'm going to run down in quickly 2 minutes to the topic, mastering your skill. How to master your skill, right? Now we know you get paid accordingly to what you provide in an hour, accordingly to your skill. The more value your skill produces, the more you get paid. So the first thing to developing the mastering of your skill is identify 3 skills that you want to master, that you are very passionate about, that you're going to pass on to the next generation. My 3 is I want to be good at communicating, I want to be good at teaching, and I want to be good at investing, right? Because I believe those are the 3 skills any person needs to get themselves to the top 1% of the high competency hierarchy, right? You're at the top 1% of the competency of the world. First thing you need to do within those skills, you're going to have to identify patterns, right? So the first thing that skills have is they are patterns. They always have patterns, and you're going to start realizing that very soon. So in order for you to develop a higher conscientious state, right, and your ability to be more competent and very more equal, let's say higher competent value, right, that equals people to pay you. So for example, I get paid X amount an hour because I'm able to help people in their emotional state, their health state, their investment financial state. I'm able to give them the strategy, the mentorship program to build them from the top and help them get to the top, right? The first one is patterns identification. How does your skill operate in the world? Okay, that's the first thing. Secondly, utilizing your skill. How does your skill solve real world problems? Okay, and thirdly, becoming a creator of patterns, creating your own pattern that allows your skill to operate to its fullest potential in the world. So there's 3 things you need to understand when you're going to develop your pattern. Is pattern identification, how does the skill operate in the world? Second, how can you use it to solve problems? Thirdly, how can you create your own pattern that solves real world problems to its fullest potential, right? But there's also hindrance. There's always hindrance to these skills, and there are usually 3. Either you have habitual habits, you have lack of passion, or you have lack of vision, right? So that is the hindrance to pattern development. So you can only do X amount into the competency of what you can do, right? So you have to understand there's 4 patterns in life, and the 4 in life is spring, summer, fall, winter. I want you to remember that. Spring is between 0 to 21. That is your blooming phase in life. When you are blooming, you are young, you are discovering yourself. Then summer is between the age of 21 and 42, right? That's the sowing period of your life. This is also the period that people find depression the hardest. This is the period that life is on its hardest, is between 21 and 42. Summer. Things are hot, you're sowing, and it's sweaty, it's tough. Then fall comes, 42 to 65. That's your reaping phase, right? So you gotta make sure you've sown enough in your summer, because that's when you're gonna start reaping. And then your winter is between 65 to 104. That's when you start planting the seed for the next generation. Coach Julius here. Set up your own custom mentorship. Let's build your strategy. Let's get you to the top. Identify your adversity, and let's help you where you can't help yourself.